Hello, welcome back to my channel, Life of Yana. So today we are going to do leather bracelet on the bead-along tying station. I'm going to make one similar to this one because I like it, but I'm going to do a different design on it. So let's get started. So right now I just have this. Oh, I have it already set in my bead-along tying station, and I'll show you how to create this little eye here. So this is about 2.5 feet of black leather that I have right here, but let me show you how to tie this. We're going to use the shank button because the shank button has a bigger hole for the leather to go through. See, on the regular buttons the holes aren't big enough, so we have to get the shank buttons because it has a bit bigger eyelet. I'm going to use this really cool button here, Indian button. So to get this knot on here, and we also want to, don't make it too tight because this button is going to have to go through the hoop. So we want to make it where the button goes through the hoop that we made. We don't want to make it too tight, but not too loose. So make sure you measure it. All right, so you just want to tie a typical slip knot. And then before you tighten it up all the way, just want to make sure that this button is going to fit through there. But this one's a little too big, so we need to scrunch it up a little bit more. There we go. Now it looks too small. Okay, no, it's right. All right, so there it is. And then what I did was just put it through the loom there. And after you do that, you just want to reset the bead-along nuggets or nuggets, the washer, so that it doesn't break the laminate here. Want to screw this back on, make it tight so that your work doesn't move. This always gives me trouble here in the beginning. I don't know why, I just can't get this lug nut in there. Oh, here we go. There we go. Okay, and then for the bottom, you don't have to open it all the way. You can just unscrew that, lift this up a bit, and then just put the 2 wires close to this screw right there, and then tighten it down. So today I am using 2 different type of strings. Well, two different color type of strings. I'm using the black nylon cord, silk cord, black nylon silk cord, and then I also have the gray nylon silk cord that I'm using. You want to unspool the whole thing. Once you get that done, you want to combine them, tie them in a simple knot, and then you want to get started. I'm going to use my, I don't know if it's Howlite or Howlite. I'm not sure how to say this. I'm going to say Howlite. These Howlite white beads, they're energy healing beads. I think they're really, really nice looking beads. I'm going to use the Howlite energy healing beads, and I'm going to use some of these white floaters. I'm also going to use some of these black spacers here to highlight it, and you already see my button that I'm going to use. Okay, so let's get started. So what we want to do with the cord, this is going to be the back of the bracelet. So we want to put the 2 cords that we tied together to 2 silk threads right here in the middle. And then we want to open this up a bit, pull the cords through. And then you want to do the same thing with the left side. Pull it through. Now the knot might move, but it's okay. We could just pull it back to the middle. Like mine just moved. I'm going to pull it back to the middle. Stay there. Okay. Let's get this out of the way. Okay, so now okay, so we want to push this up to the knot, and then we're just going to do a simple knot. We're going to just knot this. Okay, get that out of the way. Stay in the middle there. There we go. The beginning is always the most challenging. Okay. Then we're just going to knot it one more time. There we go. Push this up. And now we're going to start our beading. So I don't know if I forgot to mention, but with the nylon silk cord, it comes with a needle attached to it. And that's what we're going to need, because we need both these needles. We're going to need both these needles for this project. So let's start out. We're going to grab one of these white beads. And it doesn't matter which side you start first on this. You want to put the needle through it. You want to get the other needle, put it in through the opposite direction, and we're going to pull. I always do one cord at a time, because I find that if I pull both cords, then the string ends up getting knotty. Ends up getting a knot for me. Let me move this. This is in my way. Okay, there we go. And they'll fall right into this slot. Uh-oh. Right away, you know what I forgot? The main thing, what we always have to do. And that is, let me take the bead out. I promise I'll get the hang of this one day. One day I will get complete hang of it. But I'm a new jeweler maker, and I'm excited to be doing bracelets. I love bracelets overall. Love them over rings, earrings, necklaces. Look at, I already made a knot in here. Okay, so the most important step is we always have to start off pulling the thread in between the leather on both sides, the left and the right, so the bead could stay in place. Okay, we've got that. Let's grab our little white bead again. I'm going to start off with one. I'm going to thread it through. Oops, let me come up here. We're going to thread it through. Then we're going to grab the other needle on the other thread, and we're going to thread it through this here. There we go. And we're going to pull the string all the way through it. I do one string at a time, because for me the string knots up if I pull them both at the same time. A lot of people pull those at the same time, pull their two at the same time. But see how it just slides in there when you do it the right way? Again, you always want to start out, pull that thread through the middle. Oops. Okay. we want to pull this one through the middle. And then we're going to grab 2 of the little white beads. So we're going to grab 2. Boy, it is really storming ugly outside. Like it's going to have a tornado or something. The good news is this small town America, where I live in, has never had a tornado hit us directly. They've hit all around us, but not in small town America where I live. So that's good. Okay, so let's thread this one the opposite direction. Let's pull the string through. I want to pull the other string through. And that will slide right down. There we go. The next step, we always have to start out this way. Put the thread underneath the leather, pull it through on both sides. And then I am going to start with this little beautiful, let me just look at these for comparison. Okay, I could do one. I'm going to pull 1. Of these decoration beads. I'm going to pull, thread it here on this other side. There we go. Pull this through. Pull the other string through and slide in there. That's just 1. You know what? I think I'm going to do 2 actually. Let me take this out. Okay, let's use 2 because I didn't like the way the 1 looked. And when I do my beading, I don't know how it's going to look because I haven't ever done a trial one before. You know, like some people, they do a trial one, and then after their trial one, then they do the YouTube. But I don't do it that way. I do my YouTube trial and error at the same time. Let's pull this one through. Okay, let's pull the string. Let's pull this one. Oh yeah, that looks better to me. I think. Maybe not. You know what? I don't like that either. I'm going to try something different. Okay, here we are. Yes, I know that I take my work apart a lot, but you know what? If I don't like it, if I don't like it, then I don't think somebody else is going to like it. So I'm going to try this combination. Let's see what doing this one, a healing bead, a Howlite healing bead together. Let's see how this will look. I'm not sure how it's going to look either, so we might end up taking it back apart. So let's try this. See how it looks. Yeah, so if it's something that I wouldn't wear, I'm not going to make it. I'm going to redo it until it's something that I like, that I know I would wear. So that's what's going on here. Let's pull the string through. Let's pull this one through. I'm going to try opposite. So let's leave that there. And then I am going to, let me do this first, because on my other bracelet, I kept forgetting to put this thread underneath the leather, and boy did I have to keep going back and forth. Okay, so now let's put the Howlite healing bead in first, and then the decoration second. Let's grab this other needle. I like creating my designs on YouTube as I go along, because you see what I'm doing, I see what I'm doing, and then you can comment and give me any ideas that you may have. Okay, let's try it. Let's pull this through. Let's pull this one through. Okay, let's look at this design. I'm thinking it's looking kind of cool. Let's put these threads underneath here because I don't want to forget. And this is the most important part that you should not forget. Okay. So let's do the decoration first. Let's get the Howlite healing bead. Let's put this through. Okay. Okay, you want to pull this. Uh-oh, don't tangle on me. Do not tangle on me. And guess what happened? It tangled on me anyway. But I don't think it's going to be a rough tangle to get out. Okay. So here's this one. So that tangle was a little bit hard to take out. Let's don't forget to put the silk yarn under the leather. Now it is time for the healing bead to go first, the Howlite healing bead. Let's put this first, and then the pretty decoration. Let's put this one through. Okay, let's pull it through. I'm liking that. I think it's looking pretty. Put the string through underneath the leather. Okay, let's do the decorative piece first. Then the Howlite healing bead. Let's go ahead and put this through. Okay. Let's put this one through. There we go. That is looking pretty. Then let's do the Howlite healing bead first. Oops, I'm not in frame. Let's do this first. And then the pretty decoration. Let's grab the other thread, put it through. Come on, there we go. Let's hang on to this. I think it's looking pretty. What do you think? So I spent the weekend in Parrington at my sister's house, and I drove back this morning. It was, look at that, sitting on top. Guess what I didn't do? Did not put the thread underneath the leather. Now we've got to do this again. Okay. So I spent the weekend in Parrington at my sister Susan's house and drove back this morning. So this morning it was a little bit misty. It was foggy, but there wasn't much traffic this morning when I left, because I left about 6:30 in the morning for my hour-and-a-half drive back to small town America. And the only vehicles I really encountered were the hay trucks and the cattle trucks. So it wasn't bad. It was a 2-lane road the whole way, of course, because this is rural Texas. Or rural, you know, this area is all rural. Texas has a lot of rural areas. And a lot of it has 2-lane roads, which I don't like, because what happens is your windshield ends up all pitted. It doesn't matter if you get a brand new windshield, it'll be pitted within a month. That's just the way it is. The good thing is, when we do admissions here, they don't look at your pitted window, because they know that there's a lot of semis that drive here, which there is. This is semi nation here in Texas, in these rural areas. And they don't dock you off for having a pitted window. Thank goodness, because oh my goodness, we'd be buying windshields every month. So I'm grateful for that. So I got here in plenty of time and took my shower, went to work, but still it was a long day, because I am not a morning person, not that early at least. And since I work for Denver, I start work at 9 instead of 8, even though my hours in Denver are 8 to 4:30. Texas, I work 9 to 5:30. The ironic thing is, before I even came to Texas, before I even moved to Texas, I'd been working 9 to 5:30 shift for over a decade, so I'm still with my 9 to 5:30 shift. I've been with this company, HCA, for probably, well, it'll be 22 years now in August. So that is a long, long time. And you know how this saying goes, the time goes by fast. Well, sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. So I haven't had a lot of jobs in my life, because I've been a longevity person in the jobs that I have worked. So this is by far, though, the longest job I have ever had. The next longest job I had was, I was doing some accounting, and I stayed in that job for 10 years, and they weren't kidding about getting burnt out with accounting in 10 years, because I'm like, well, I like accounting, blah, 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 but at the 10-year mark, it was like, oh my God, I'm done with accounting. I can't, that's it, I'm done, kaput. It's over, and it was over. It was over for me. So that's when I switched to medical field, And I've been in the medical field ever since then. I did go to school for my rad tech license, but at the time, oh my goodness, you couldn't even get a job unless you knew somebody. And then even then it was precarious anyway because there were no openings. So basically you had to know somebody to get in who would do you a favor to get you into the job, which I didn't at the time because I didn't know anybody in healthcare. Now I know a lot of people. But so rad tech was a bust for me. The good thing is I still have my Colorado certificate, and it just does not expire. Oh, it's dark in here because of, I think because of this. Well, it's dark anyway, but I don't know if you noticed, but the lights keep blinking because of the weather. But I'm about to stop here and do a part 2 on here. But anyway, so I'm still a certified technician, rad tech, but I won't ever do rad tech because it's been so long since I've been in the school and did the internship and stuff. I don't remember how to do it, so I'd have to refresh and basically go to school again for it. So, I mean, I remember some stuff, but you know, things change in the field too, so anyway. Let me set this up so you could see me beading more, because where I have my hands, the camera isn't showing. Okay. And then I have to call my little granddaughter, say goodnight to her. She really misses her mama and me, because her and the kids here are staying at my sister's house in Parrington. Oh no! Okay, so you know what I forgot? I forgot to put the string under the cord. So I'm gonna just call it a night here, and then I'll just leave this right here. Remind myself you gotta fix that, and we'll pick this up tomorrow. All right, thank you for tuning into my channel, Life of Yana. Please subscribe, comment, and like. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.